So as you guys can tell in the title, and if you did not notice it in the title, we're going to be going over episodes 4 and 5 today because that's what actually came out. And I got some stuff to say, so I'm going to try to get through certain things pretty quick here for you guys. So just before we really hop into episode 4, I kind of want to hop into the end of episode 4 since everybody should have seen the shows already, right? And or you've probably seen it before you're, watching this is what I'm getting at. So we find out that Hyodo actually is not truly mad at Fujita, but he's mad at the fact that someone was able to take what he could do, and we get to see that he's someone who does care. And it makes sense because once you're on a pedestal and you win all the time, eventually you're gonna get complacent, right? There's gonna be some kind of complacency, and we saw that fired him up, that someone, a beginner, a novice, was able to take his dance style and use it on his partner and look just like them, dance just as good, if not maybe even a little better. So what this leads to is actually Hyodo showing up at Fujita's house, and we find out that he's like, take Shizuku and protect her. You two need to be on stage sometime. And I kept thinking to myself, I was like, does he literally mean, get on stage with Shizuku? Like, what's he truly getting at? And it seemed plain, it seemed clean cut, plain and simple. And maybe that's what he did mean. People could take it two different ways. Maybe it just meant to protect her from other people like got you, or it just meant to make her yours, make her your partner. And maybe that's because he saw how they danced together, and it looked like that's when Shizuku was truly at her happiest peak in dancing. And what I'm getting at here is, before even we found out Mako was going to be Fujita's partner, I was kind of like, it just doesn't feel right. I want Shizuku and Fujita to be together, but I kept thinking, I was like, is this really going to be his partner? Is this really going to happen? I just wasn't sure. There's something there, and I think that that's special. I think that's very special that I was thinking like that, because the show made me say, hey, she's the one, but she's not the one. And I saw Maka, I was like, they have the same personality. It seems as if they're both kind of on each other's skill level per se, given Fujita's kind of like a god, a prodigy, I guess you could say, right? But it seems as if they're on like the same kind of level as one another. They're like, the chemistry's already there. It's so hard to describe, and I'm trying to spit out the words to give you guys, but I'm not really even sure if I can. Matter of fact, even whenever I saw them trying to dance and just messing up with one another, I was like, they need to work this out. They need to be together. But Shizuku's the girl that I know the most, the girl that I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for. Heck, maybe even shipping them for. I don't even know. But she's the girl that she's like my waifu per se of the series. And Mako comes in, and it wasn't even, I guess, necessarily because of Mako, but it's just seeing those two together. I was like, it's gonna work. And the chemistry, even whether the chemistry was good chemistry or is chemistry through them just being nervous and being shy and or embarrassed, they couldn't even look at one another, even that made me just say, they need to dance together. They need to become partners. I want to see them succeed. And I feel as if that's something just special. That's something I can't describe. That's something I feel as if I'm kind of just going on about that makes no sense. But then at the same time, we find out Gaju told Mako, I will dance with you once again. You will be my partner. We will be a couple in terms of dancing at events together whenever you get as good and or better as Shizuku. And I was just kind of like, so is this temporary? Is this permanent? What is this going to be in the end? Is this going to be Fujita's dance partner for the rest of the series? Is Shizuku going to end up being his dance partner? I'm just kind of in awe right now. I'm really wondering where this story is going to head, because I know there's more female characters to be inserted in this story, but for now, Mako is his partner, but is she going to permanently be that partner is my question. I just can't seem to find the answer for the show. And I guess I find that just the way it hides its mystique and gives you this kind of ominous feeling, but yet happy-go-lucky feeling, but this feeling of of uncertainty, I feel as if is the show's strongest point right now. I really do. So I'm dying to know. I'm hoping you guys stayed for at least this long. I'm hoping me trying to spit out the words did not deter you from hearing my thoughts, even though it may have felt as if I was rambling on. I'm dying to know, what are your guys' thoughts? If you can even tell them like me. But I do want to hop on to, how Fujita feels about the whole situation with Hito. And he says, I feel guilty because I knew they weren't plotting for me. They were plotting for me, but not indirectly, I guess is the best way to put it. Maybe a lack of a better term. But they're plotting for Hito. They think I'm Hito. I'm dancing good, but they're not applauding for me. They're not appreciating what I did. They're appreciating what they think Hito is doing, and I understand that so much, and I thought that was very clever, very good writing, and that's just kind of like, I feel as if it's great characterization, but I don't know how to break it down and or decipher it right now, because, I mean, it's just kind of like, yeah, it makes sense, but I don't know if it's part of his character, but it is part of his character, but I just can't break it down quite yet, just like, the earlier thing I was talking about, Mako should be with, Fujita dancing instead of Shizuku in this. Okay, we're not going back into that, but you guys get what I'm saying. I'm just kind of awestruck right now. I don't really even know what to feel and or think. But yes, episode, great episode. I feel as if it's being, the uncertainty in my mind and how I'm kind of flustered. I think I'm really flustered. I think that's truly the best way to put it. Welcome to the ballroom. IG Productions production has flustered me. But I don't know if I'd say IG did it more though, more than the author and or mangaka itself has. But the mangaka of Welcome to the Ballroom, I should say, I'll correct that. I'm flustered. Good job. You flustered me. I don't know what to think, but I feel as if this is building up to something special. So with that being said, guys, you guys have been hex. You should leave a like, comment, subscribe for me to 25. Be sure to leave a like. Wait, did I say that already? I'm flustered.